Hi everyone, I want to share with you my ATCs that I have made this month for the ATC swap that I am hosting on the Scrap Beach. The theme is Kiss Me, I'm Irish because of St. Patty's Day in March here in America. So that theme is just a launching point. It's up to the individual's interpretation. It's just kind of a title to go to work off of. So I took the whole Luck of the Irish idea of St. Patty's Day and went more with that. And so this is what I came up with. And so I want to share with you as I'm putting together my last couple of ATCs and show you what I did, because there's a couple of cute little techniques that I use that I don't think I've shared with anyone yet. So taking a piece of cardstock, beige cardstock, I glimmer misted. Starting with the lighter colors, I did a lot of glimmer misting on this project. So starting with the sweet clover, I did a coat of sweet clover and then let that dry, and then the key lime pie over that to give it kind of a couple of different uneven look. And then what I did was I went and ironed these, because with the moisture and everything, it just makes it warp. So then using my peeled paint distress ink, I just went over the edges, just kind of inked the edges a little bit. And I know you all need to do this, so it's not that I'm trying to show you how to ink your edges. I'm just showing you how fun, what a different look this does with the different colors, because I think the greens just kept morphing with between the glimmer mist and then using the distress ink and whatnot. So aside from that, after I did that, I took a piece of ribbon here and I cut it a little bit longer than the ATC, and I frayed the edges. And using my ATG gun, I attached it to the card. And then this font here, this is actually a word, a completed word from my Cricut. It's the cartridge Indie Art, and it's an actual image on that Cricut, or on that cartridge. So I cut it out of black cardstock, and then I glimmer misted it with the iridescent gold, which just has, it's really pretty sheer. It's just got this really fun iridescence with a hint of gold to it. And so, and I glued it on, and that's the effect that it gave. I hope that's coming out in the video. So, and then the other thing that I did was I cut out these other images here and I embellished them. So the 4-leaf clovers here are from my Martha Stewart punch, and it's the clover. And so I did these, I did 2 of the green, bright green, and 1 darker green. And then what I did with those is to glimmer mist them. I did this one, the darker one I did with the key lime pie, and then on the 2 lighter ones I did 1 in key lime pie and 1 in sweet clover. And then I inked all the edges with the peeled paint. Actually, no, I take that back. I inked the edges of these with the new crushed olive distress ink. And as you can see, it really gave these 2 that was printed, that was cut out of the same paper, it gave them a completely different appearance. So I thought that was kind of a neat thing. But then I also took this horseshoe, and this is from my Cricut cartridge Old West, and on silver cardstock I printed this out, and then I just kind of went over the edges with my black soot distress ink and just kind of aged them a little bit, and that really made them pop a little bit, which is kind of fun. So anyway, but the part that I really want to show you is how I did the clover. So let me get this glued on here. Get the horseshoe glued on there so it can be setting up. So this is actually the part that I wanted to show you, how I made these clovers have a little bit more depth to them. And let's see, I'm going to use a soft surface, so I'm going to take this towel here. And let me see if I'm close enough here with the, let me just zoom in a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing more. See, I'm out of frame there. Okay, there we go. So what I'm going to do is, normally I use a stylus tool that has a ball on the end, but I had one a long time ago and I have misplaced it, or I broke it and I don't remember. So what I'm using instead is the end of a paintbrush, which is round and smooth. And I'm going to put pressure on the clover on my image here, which just kind of stretches out the cardstock, the paper, just kind of stretches it out and makes it just naturally have some movement to it. So, and then you can just kind of push it down a little bit. Let me do these other two also really. See how they just kind of get a little extra life to them. And I mean, you don't have to do this because I think they look cute also on their own, but this is just giving this card just a little bit more dimension, I think. So let's widen this out a little bit. Okay, and then what I did was just taking my glossy accents, because this card, because these are sticking up, I just want to give them a little extra adhesion. So I'm gluing these on with glossy accents here so that they just have a little bit more security. Now those two I did with the glossy accents, but I wanted this one to have even more dimension. So I'm actually taking a foam square and giving this one even that much more dimension, so it's sitting even above those two. So there's my ATC. So I hope that that was an interesting technique that I just showed you that some of you have not come across before. And as soon as I get the rest of the ATCs from the other talented ladies at the Scrap Beach, I will do a video and show you all the wonderful projects that everyone else has done. So everyone, thank you for watching. Happy scrapping, and ta-ta for now.